So guys, this is Kith and Kith Interiors. We are dedicated to show you the step by step as we start our journeys for the projects, so that you can, at times we are so many in the industry doing so many things, and because things are happening, even there are people who just take our videos and put it online and say we do it. It is good to monitor and know this guy started this project at this particular point. He's showing me when he's at the middle stage. He's now showing me when it's at the end of the whatever. He's now handed over the site. Even there are times we take videos before the furniture or before furnishing. Then we also come back and take videos after furnishing. That system will give you and will show you that this person is capable and can do it. Guys, once again, welcome to another episode, another project, another location. Today I'm in Utange in Mombasa, just the Bamburi, Mtwapa, Shanzu area. It's a small region inside Mombasa, just surrounded by Bamburi and Shanzu and Mtwapa and the creek on the other side. It's springing, it's coming up, new buildings, new projects, beautiful things. And today I'm just excited to take you through one of the projects I'm doing in Mombasa currently, and I'll actually take a little bit of your 1 minute or 2 minutes to just explain, because as I told you earlier on, projects are unique and Kith Interiors is also unique. Catering things, as in we customize items, we customize projects, we customize time, we customize schedules, we customize budgets to fit all our clients. Let me stand in the shade. So guys, this particular project I'll just maybe try and explain, because we are meeting different types of clienteles, and most of the times people have different capabilities, be it financial, be it spiritual, be it physical, be it whichever means. So when it comes to projects, we are talking about capabilities in terms of finances or budgets, capabilities in terms of how fast someone can run, those are timelines, and capabilities in terms of what are you targeting in terms of maybe the product itself, how the status, how things should look, and even the end product in general. So all these items would actually determine how fast the project would go. So if you're outsourcing items, then definitely, and that, I mean, if you're going for extremely unique items, it will take a bit of time. And if you're also running against time, probably you're leaving another home and this is the only place you can be, also determines. If you're running against money, probably you're someone, probably your finances must be worked on at that particular period of time. You just want 3 months, you're done, and you have all the monies, fine. Then there are also other people who are actually generating their monies from either business, from either their employment, and also other sources. And we are all walking the same path, and we at the end of it all, we still all will get to a certain point. So for this particular project, and specifically for those people who suit in this particular sector or this particular niche, I will talk about you, or I will talk about it, and specifically so that there are people who most of the times will be scared, or most of the times they will feel like probably Kith Interiors, we've seen them posting extremely big projects, we've seen them doing massive ABCD here, there. We are actually very flexible and we cater for all manner of clientele. But I noticed when I say that, everybody would want to just hit your phone and maybe have a discussion, and some are also not very serious. In this aspect, I'm looking at an X amount of for this particular project. This X amount of money for this particular project, I don't want to disclose like X means what, but let's say, for example, we've come for your site visit, you paid your 25,000. You've managed to take us to step 2, whereby you've done the design fee, you've paid for the design fee, and you've gone through the entire process, which is a back and forth process whereby we are generating 3Ds, discussing about how the project will look by the time we are finishing, and you manage to go through that process and you're done. Then we go to that third stage whereby we actually doing for you the bill of quantities, and we manage to go through the bill of quantities. We give you a Y amount of money, and you say, you guys, Kwani, I'm putting up a new house. And that is most of the times the response I get when I give out my bill of quantity for the first time or to that client. Keith, you mean this is more expensive? Can't I use this money to put up another structure? Yes, you can use that same amount of money to put up a structure, but you'll have so many structures that are incomplete. So if you really want to finish one project before you buy another land and put up a structure, we can sit down on the Y amount of money and discuss about it and customize. Probably when you are doing the 3D, you are doing the project, you are so optimistic, so to say, and probably maybe chose marble, chose wood finishes and all that manner of items, and you are excited and all that, but you also want to achieve a very beautiful thing within a certain budget. We actually go back to the drawing board and sit down and design something within the same design, changing a few items here and there to fit into your budget. Sometimes it might not fit, but it might come closer. And also at times there are those people who really exactly want to achieve exactly the same thing that it was in the design, exact products. Then again, we can advise on a way of executing that. So there are actually a number of ways we can tackle a project. And in this particular manner, this particular project, this is where probably we have, let's use 10,000 shillings. Let's assume this project is 10,000 shillings. And then now you do not have all the 10,000 shillings, but you exactly want to achieve exactly the same specific materials, specific products, specific accessories, detailed things, just the way they've been generated on 3D. But you also think you're not in a hurry to enter the house. Probably you're comfortable wherever you are, but you are slow, but you are very sure that this is exactly what I want to achieve. Then there is a scenario whereby, like this particular project, you just throw in 200,000. We sit down, we generally, most of the times, once we do the bill of quantities and you feel like you're comfortable, we normally generate our schedule of works. That schedule of works guides you and us on how to execute the project, the stages, the milestones, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, and so forth, so on. So we've given you that, but you feel like still it will take you too fast, or you will not be comfortable. We create a schedule of works in form of, we base the other schedule of works to the other previous schedule of works, but we are just extracting a few items. So you give me 200,000, I extract the first item and probably the second item from the original schedule and create another schedule. Probably the items on the first schedule were to take 2 weeks or 1 week, but you are getting your money slowly. I'll extract it. Let's say it's item 1, 2, and 3. Then now create another small schedule for those items that fit into the 200 shillings that you have given me. Then say probably you will get the next 200 shillings maybe in a month or 2. So instead of pouring 10 fundis on that side, I'll do 2 fundis and do the project maybe within a month, rather than doing it with 4 fundis, whereby it will take 2 weeks. So I give you time to go around and run around and maybe mobilize some more funds. Then you throw in another 100,000. With the 100,000, I'll sit down and extract another activity from the BOQ or from the other schedule and break it down and send another team. But all I can say is you have to start. If you do not start, you will just sit back and you'll keep on waiting, and my God will also keep on waiting upon you. So let's start. Let's walk the journey of 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, or 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 until we get there. It might take you 6 months, it might take you 3 months, it might take you 7 months, it might take you 10 months. But all in all, what I know is once you've done activity 1, you will never go back to it. Once you've done activity 2, it is final. Once you do activity 3, you will never go back to it. And we organize our schedule in such a way that activity 1 will never be interfered with activity 10. Activity 10 comes in activity 10 because it might be interfered with activity 1. So, all in all, involve a professional in your project and it will be well. Let me just take you in a very quickly and show you what we are doing on this project without wasting your time. So for here, this is the gate done by the contractor, not our works. But if you are interested, it can be done. Then you come in. All these other skimming works done by kthinteriorz, the cornices done by kthinteriorz. You can see Mr. Mutai. Mutai, vipi bwana? Vipi bwana? You see the way we do our works, our skimming works, Mutai must walk around with that. Mutai, hebu onyesha floodlight bwana. That floodlight, it's during the day, it's Mombasa, it's white, it's everything is whatever. Sometimes when it's too bright, it's when you can't see. So he has to walk around with that light and look for the smaller mistakes for him to correct. So this is the main entry. We've started with activity A or activity 1, which is basically, this is actually activity 2. This is actually activity 3. We started with the gypsum works, which is already done. We went to skimming and painting, which actually overlaps activity 2. So activity 2 were cornices, which are already done. But you can never do all the cornices until you finish the tile works in some places and until you finish cabinetry. But cabinetry cannot come until you do gypsum and so all that is another lecture. I will come to it another day. So skimming has been done. The torch is on from the top. He's coming all the way down. So this is the main entry. This is a 1.5. This is a double door. Comes in here. So Larry just come in. This is the contractor on site, Mujomba.
Hey.
Yeah, this guy is the one who has done this structure, and we are happy because very minimal changes, very minimal mistakes, and we are happy with your work, bro.
Oh, we are happy too.
Keep on doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
So you guys, if you want his contact, drop your whatever in the comment section. So the gypsum works has been done. This is a bulkhead just around the entry. The lounge is inside. We have that arrangement there, and there is a small arrangement here. Those are windows, aluminium sliding, being done by someone else. It's not within our scopes. So we've done the gypsum, the skimming has been done, the first coats of paint, those are the undercoats have been done. The cornices have run around. We have our pelmet boxes as usual, well done. Basically, I will say works haven't been finished, so I'll just take you through quickly so that you will see the end product once we do the final coats, and once we do the final coats on the ceilings, and once we do the final coats on the cornices, and once we do the walls and all the floors. So a few things. So that is that area. We have this as our main lounge, and the TV wall is on that side, and as usual a bit of changes here and there. So the TV bracket comes here, and from the design, this would be like an 85-inch or 100-inch TV. So we have to measure from the center. We are assuming the TV unit comes there. It is roughly, because now we are thinking the floor hasn't been done, it will come out up by around 30 mm. Then after the 30 mm, the skirting goes and it comes somewhere here. Then after that, we have another 100 on above the skirting, then our TV unit floats. So it's a floating TV unit around 2.4 meters long, and 2.4 has a reason because we can either way do longer than 2.4, but in this case we are thinking of 2.4 to 2.7. Reason because the top, we really don't want to have a joint on the top of the cabinet, and most of our MDF, and this is gonna be customized with MDF, most of the MDF come in 2.4 meters long or 2.4, and the common board is normally 2.4. So to avoid that joint, and also considering the size of the wall, we are just gonna do a panel of 2.4 or 2.7. So it will float from somewhere around here to the other side from the center. So if this is the center, if this is 1 meter, so it's gonna come somewhere here and then onto the other side. So you will find that this had already been done, and it is actually in the right position. So the cabinet starts from here to somewhere here, and these are the inner electrical components inside the TV unit. But we also need a few on top, just in the event you are doing maybe a PS5, an Xbox or whatever. So you want to plug in, sometimes the cables will interfere with the other equipments that are in here. Then you also find that even the PS5 has come, it's not linear, it is vertical. So you just want to put it on top as a console, then plug in, because the other PS4 was linear, you could actually put it inside. So we are thinking of the kids, they want to sit here, you put in and whatever. So this becomes where the socket was, means it's at the center, and so if you are putting a TV bracket, then it means this socket is right behind, and you might not know if it's gonna come up or slightly lower. So we assume let's not have our socket there. So we'll have our socket, first socket on the right, and another socket on the left and the right. And reason being, again, out of experience, you realize Samsung is bringing their TVs with sockets on the left, and LG is bringing their sockets on the right. And we can't tell them, please bring the sockets, put them on the right. So we will anticipate, and we also don't want to push the client so much and tell them, bring in an LG or bring in an Samsung. Or sometimes you want to save money and bring in maybe a Von or a Hisense to save in the cost. You do not know which one you'll get, depending. So we're just doing the provision so that you come in with your whichever TV, which is I think 85 inches or whatever, you'll find your socket. Because once you have those big TVs, the socket is roughly almost a meter. So if you put it on one side, it means you're gonna stretch it from that side. And most of the times they're always on the side. So imagine you're pushing this thing from this side to this side, and this is around 1.9 if you're talking about an 85 inch. So 1.9, it means this socket might not reach this side. It will force you to now drop this socket from there where it is onto the top socket. And those are the items we're trying to avoid. When you're seated on this side, you don't want to see any cables running around, apart from maybe a cable for the sound bar and a few other maybe charging cables. So, and that's why you're seeing a bit of changes happening, but these are very minor changes. So let's walk in. From there, we have this. This is a cabinet I sent my team to put up. There was a sink on this side. We moved it from there, and we created something like a buffet counter on this side. And we've done it in such a way that whenever you are seated here, you can come and place your food here from the kitchen. Then again, there is a hidden sink. So this thing is stepping down and hiding at top, it's called what? A top cabin, a top wash and basin. But I also noticed that the measurements are slightly off. But I talked to my fundi yesterday, and we've agreed he will slice it. So this cabinet is supposed to be 900 mm plus the granite. Same measurements with the kitchen counter. Then this cabinet is supposed to be 900 minus 150, so that once you finish and put in your wash and basin here, it comes flush, and you're also not straining. Even the kids, when are here, they're not straining to rise up. You will also come and realize that under the cabinets, maybe when you come, there is a way we cut our this is called a plywood, that is the backer. The cabinetry guys call it backer. So we have, this is like a drill head. You cut nicely and it gives you all these shimos, and there are different sizes. So you just cut it nicely so that your backside looks a bit neat, so that now when you come in, you just put your flexible magic bends and then also the flex pipes, and you put your angle valves there, and everything just looks perfect. That is it, guys. Let's go. The ceiling well done. So there is another, this is our kitchen. So with our X amount of money, we managed to do the ceiling, cornices, skimming and painting, and now the cabinetry. And cabinetry, we've done it up to a certain level. Not all, because we have to work with that X amount of money. But let me just take you through. Maybe, Larry, if you can come to this other side. So the layout is maybe just the layout, so that maybe for those guys who normally wait for those guys who like seeing the before and the after. So I will just take you through the layout. I might not hit everything to the nail, because at times I know the 3D, but I might not know all the details. So we have a double door fridge here with the cabinet on top. Definitely this is the oven, and this is the microwave, and that is the top cabinet, and that is the drawer, you can see. And then I'm assuming this is open cabinet. Because one reason, I'll just look at things and I will actually know. My joinery guy hasn't done anything here. The minute I see an open space, I will know that the reason why it has not been put, it means it should come with the faces. Faces are in different colors. So I normally do cabinet boxes. Once I finish with the carcasses, I take measurements for the doors and all the other panels. And then the open cabinets normally come in the same color with the faces. So most of the times we do the carcasses in white, but there are people who in the specific colors. If you are that kind of person, you are specific to a certain color inside, we are still open, but most of the carcasses we normally do them in white. Reason, I really don't know, but I think it's most kitchens in Africa or in Kenya are in white, but we've done kitchens in gray as carcasses. We've done kitchen as wood finish in carcass, so it's not a problem. Not to forget that those people, maybe to remind you early, you are prospecting to work with us. There are people who are also specific to the type of board on the carcasses. If you really want block board, especially for my brothers in the US and the UK and Canada and Australia, are always asking why using particle boards as your carcasses. We are open, but the price range is a bit different. So now those who will say, I need block boards, and block boards also come in laminated, so it will look just like this, but inside is block board. And mainly the reason for that is actually for the wet areas. There are some places maybe where you're doing the wet areas, you just need to go block board. And in this case, sometimes we also have a foil that we wrap in the wet areas, whereby once we've done all the whatever items, we just wrap it nicely on the board, and it becomes waterproof. Again, there's sites whereby that specific area where we are putting maybe the sinks and all that, we just tile and we leave it. So this is open because it's gonna come with the faces. Then immediately we have the top cabinet. I'm not so sure if it's a door or it can be a pull-up, the blam type. Then these, I will know these are 3 drawers on the meaning. Then here, there are 2 options. It can just be a door or 2 doors, or it can be a magic corner or the lazy Susie. Then here, because of it is open, then this can be either doors with shelves. Then these mean so nicely, so because we have the upper level 2 compartments and this compartment, that. This one, as it steps up, I check on to maybe just out of experience, I know that there is a cooker here, and normally this is a fixed compartment. I mean, in terms of, it's a standard compartment in terms of size. This is 1 meter, and You can see the two drawers panels on this down there, so it's waiting for drawer rails, and then the cabinet faces. Then this will be a face because you see it's open. It will be fixed to carry the cooker, and then make granite, and then we'll cut out, and then we have a socket behind there that will be, I think it's already there. So this part is recessed a bit higher. It's gonna take up the hood. Then you can see the cutout in there. We are going to plug in a socket there so that now the hole will be drilled around here. Then you mount the thing, then the hood takes up that. I remember my other good client yesterday or 2 days or 3 days or 1 week ago, you're asking me about how do we channel the thing, the moisture or the steam or the exhaust from the hood outside. These days, most of the times we are doing self-extracting hoods, whereby once you mount and you plug it on power, it has fans and other things inside that hood that extracts, works on the steam, changes it into another thing, and then it becomes a self-extracting thing. So you don't need to channel it to the outside. Immediately after that, we have that. This definitely will be a spice rack. This will definitely be a spice rack. So I'm cooking, I pull out, I take my roikos, I take my binzaris on that side. This is a open, that means it's a shelf, and that is a door, 2 doors. Then this is a compartment open, meaning it's a lazy Susie to the corner, top level cabinet. This is drawers next to the sink. Left like this, basically it means we are going to tile that area. Then from that area going down, we are going to put the foil. Then this has been left. When you see this, you know very well there is a dishwasher, and the power point is there, and the DP switch might be there. Then the DP switch for that side, you see the provisions have been done in such a way that we have socket, we have another socket, and DP switches follow each other, and one would be the microwave, one would be the oven, one would serve the hood on the upper side, and one would serve the cooker there down there, and that is for that side, plus a socket or cooker unit. Then on this side we have more sockets, and yes, more sockets, another socket, and probably that is that would be the, this would be the DP for the instant, and one will be the DP for the dishwasher. And the thing rotates. It ends with drawers there, lazy Susie, high level cabinets, and this will be either pull out or a glass cabinet. And that is it for the kitchen. I'm not so sure, but I suspect there would be an island in between here because I think there's space, but I'm not so sure. I'll have to check on the 3D. Then on this side, just to finish on the works in the kitchen, you will not forget to incorporate a dobby area in the kitchen area. That is the dobby and the pantry, and these are cabinets. Then there is a high level cabinet, and then there is the low level cabinet, and then the washing machines. So this granite will come like that and flow all the way, and you put your machines down, and then you can use this surface for ironing, and that is the reason why you have this. And then this is a control for that, and before the task can be done, you can also just see that that has been done. Again, this would be a very good point if I was to do a unit, to put your consumer unit here rather than putting it in the lounge or dining or the kitchen, whereby it becomes a bit, someone is trying to hide it with an artwork, and at times with the solar system and all the other panels that come together that you need to put them together, again you find that you have gadgets that are so bulky and are either in the lounge or either in the kitchen, and you want to hide it in your artwork. Now you're asking me, how do I hang this thing? And those are things maybe we thought about later. Without forgetting, we have this room, which is also very crucial, and these are items that are, the layout of this house was really nice because now you have the pantry, you have the dobby area on that side, you have the kitchen. So this is the pantry area. These are, I think, open cabinets, and since they are open cabinets, they will come together with the doors on the other side. So that is it for the kitchen and the lounge and the dining. Let's just take you through maybe one of the bedrooms. So guys, projects. Again, from the main entry, this is the staircase going all the way to the terrace. You come in, normally you don't forget about a common toilet. I'm actually on a site whereby the client did not remember a common toilet. The client did not remember walk-in closets. Please send those drawings to us, we go through them. Rather than you wait when you are coming to site and we want to whatever to start works. That is when I'm asking, where is your master walk-in closet? And you're like, what? I never thought about. Where is your common toilet? And that is the time you're thinking about it. And I'm actually not blaming anyone. Everyone has their own professionality or profession. So it might not be your work, it might not be something you ever thought about, but actually, to be sincere, I noticed people forget about those things. So here we have a common toilet. Clearly the sink goes there. Immediately after the sink, the toilet, and as usual, a few repairs here and there. As we were going on, I noticed the plinth was too high to cater for the bathroom on that side, and I told my contractor, my good contractor, that I feel like it is more neater when it's not two-stepped, because it was almost already 120, and told him, I feel like if we just have a 40 mm, it will look much more better, because we already have the slope. When the water drops in, it will go. So we just need the granite to run on the lower edge, on top of the tires. And for that reason, the plinth that was here yesterday is removed. Again, I noticed that since the plinth is running around that place, there is no need. There was a gap that was remaining here of almost 70 mm. So it means that I come with my shower cubicle glass. That is the frameless frosted shower cubicle that hits here. Then when it hits here, when I want to screw the accessories on the wall around here, and I'm actually using the drill, I really struggle to put it in. So I decided and told him, let's just extend this thing to the other side so that when we are doing the plinth, the glass can come and go back. In our construction language, we agreed, hii glass itakuja na kanja. So kanja means inakuja, it comes, and then it goes back, and then it goes. So the glass will have a shape, so that it goes and hits here and goes down. And it is happening all through. Then again, I come to site, and it's a bit dark here, but I noticed there is a wooden frame around here, and actually this was an extension, to say so. This was a balcony, and the room was on this side. We decided in that balcony the window will go on the other side, and because this room is gonna be used by 2 individuals, and I'll show you why. Then I'll show you why. So we're extending this so that if I have a frame running around here, this cabinet was too close to where the edge. If it didn't have a frame, then it would have been no problem. But because of the frame, which I actually overlooked, I didn't even realize before when I was giving. So I'm adding another 40 mm here, so that when I do the frame, this comes and hits here, and have an architrave on this side and this side. I like finishing my things, and those are the small details that will differentiate a fundi and a fundi. A fundi and a fundi. You know, there are 2 people. There is fundi and there is fundi. Fundi. So I am fundi. So you guys continue. So here we've agreed with the client, even on the 3D. There are 2 beds. So when you come to site for the designers, you have to take measurements nicely and see, do I put my bed on the side? Then if I put the bed on the side, it means this bed goes to the side. Then what is the space that remains in between? If it's 700, 1000, whatever, and you're working with maybe a 4x6, so you'll measure the spaces and see if you'll have the side bed stools on either. And in this case, 1 side bed or 2 side beds in the middle, and these guys are going to share a socket and a switch. And the switch controls the downlighters, and the switch also controls the indirect lights and the center light. And that is how we are doing it. And you will see that being done in spaces like that. So we do not need a socket on that side because it's too big. So these guys will use this in the middle. So more space here, little space on the side. You walk in, and now that is the reason why you're seeing cabinets on the right and cabinets on the left, same design, so that Huyu Jamaa uses those cabinets without complaining that the cabinets for this guy are different from them. So they are sharing equally. And the AC goes there. And for Mombasa people, let's always remember as early as possible to pipe the AC unit. Sometimes you might assume that, probably because of the cost implications, I might not do the AC, but I would advise for purposes of provisions, people get money after a while. Just do the provisions, do the pipe, even if you didn't do the wires, and even if you didn't do the wires and you didn't even do the copper pipes, just do the pipe so that it goes into your ceiling or wherever you want them to be positioned, so that 2 years down the line or 1 year down the line, you have a kid and they feel like it is uncomfortable, and you have someone special that you feel like it is important, or you feel you have your 120 to place in one unit in each and every room. You have the provisions in place, you have your socket, and you have your power, and you have your waste pipe taking the water down. So that is it for the ground floor. So family room, again, issues, and not really issues, solutions. I normally tell my people, don't tell me issues, tell me solutions. So here, I've been fighting to put this TV here because I felt like, I felt like if I was me, I would want to have an L-shape kinda. So I would do a lounge here, an L-shaped lounge couch here, and probably come like that and leave the other space open. So it means most of our sitting area would be here facing that side. So I really wanted to put my TV here. But this space is a bit tight. And we have a window here, and definitely we'll have a window with curtains flowing here, and the ceiling has been done. And the other window also is carrying curtains. So I was thinking, if I do curtains and they all are folding here, and this is folding here, then it means it's gonna be tricky for me to put a TV here. And for that particular reason, we've settled to put our TV on that side, and it means I will come in with, let's say, the client will come in with a 3-seater on this side, probably 2 armchairs on this side, or a 2-seater on this facing that side. But this will be the most comfortable area, and the armchairs, and most of the times probably maybe option number 2 would be a 3-seater. Yes, a 3-seater and maybe a small 2-seater on this side, and that is it. And the space is simple. Probably avoid stools in the middle and use the side stools, and that is it. Powered AC units, power the drain pipe there. The ceiling is done. By the end of the week, actually, our skimming and paint plus the gypsum work is done, and we are moving. And for that particular reason, again, same provisions. This is on top of the cabinet. This is in between the cabinet, and the cabinet here is 1.2, also floating, and the 2 sockets on either sides, providing you, if you have a bracket here and you're hanging the TV here, everything has been catered for. And one, actually there are no 2, this is single, one is for the HDMI, so we'll have a bigger pipe coming from here into the wherever, and it will carry your HDMI, optical cable, VGA, and all the other cables you want to put. So that is it for there. Come here, nothing much. Maybe just a single detail, 700 from the floor level on both sides, leaving a space of, this is a 6x6. So you put your stools here, This is the switch for the his, the switch for the hers, and everyone is comfortable. It's top of the cabinet, it's not behind the cabinet, and we have a wall bracket in line, The ceiling is touching them, so we're waiting for the doors, then a side space filler there, then a cornice will come and run indirect lights, downlighters, and as simple as that. For the bathroom, the same detail. Then when you come to this side, just simple cornice through the ceiling. This is bedroom number 2. Again, room will have again the same layout. Those are 2 beds, 1 bed on the right, 1 bed on the left. And for this particular room, it's slightly bigger, so we'll have a stool on the left, the bed in the middle, that is a 4-foot bed, and a stool on the right. Then we leave a space in between, then another bed here with a stool on that side and a stool on this side. So you'll find that this person has their own control unit and this person has their own control unit. It is ongoing. Then on this particular side, because the stool comes here, we have a space of roughly around 1.2. We are going to put a floating study desk here of around 1.5. So 750 for each of the boys, so they will share it, and I'm very sure they use it probably at the same time, and most of the times not at the same time. The cabinetry, this is how it works. So we have like a small pigeonhole here for doing your small, these are belts, these are ties, and these are whatever in done. Then drawers, 4 drawers, 2 for the other guy and 2 for the other guy. More drawers there. Then that is for maybe 2, that is 2 whatever, 2 rods, 1 up, 1 down, 2 rods, 1 up, 1 down, and they are sharing this particular compartment. This is 1 rod for maybe that, and then maybe a shelf in the middle for foldables. That is it. The bathroom, same design. Maybe I just show you something here. As simple, the sockets had been put in the middle. I've changed them, put them on the side, madam's side, my brother's side, and my sister's side on the left, the right. So the jamas are the ones who protect the ladies. They sit next to the door so that if there is anything, they can jump out and sort issues. So we've measured, we'll have a stool here and another stool there, and we provide a 6x6 in the middle, so these ones will not be in use. Initially, they were to put the bed on this side, but we've done the provisions in such a way that when they finish the construction or when they finish the fit outs, they can decide to put the bed on this side or decide to put the bed on this side. So provisions are on both sides, but they can also have other gadgets. But if this TV is here, if this bed is there, then probably they were thinking of putting a small TV on that corner. So that is it for this room. So here we have the door. We have we have the door there. We do not have a door here. This is wooden panel. These are the wardrobes. They will come. So in this particular X amount, the only wardrobes we haven't cut is for the master. So once we get our top up, we'll come in and do that. And that is the only element that could not fit in the budget A. So when you come to the master bathroom, again, that is the shower, that is the toilet, this is the double sink, and that is the jacuzzi. And that is it for this space. I'll just take you quickly to the upper floor, show you a few things. Larry will also throw in a few videos from our 3D, and also I would urge you to stay tuned, compare our 3Ds to the final products. We normally want to stick to the 3D so that we have less discussion with the client and less changes, and that reduces conflicts, because it is what you showed me against what I'm seeing, and things become so smooth. So this guy is kulaying Jaro here, lying that he's busy. Nothing, he's doing nothing. So inside here again, same things happening, a bit of changes. Look at the guys holding the light as they sand so that they get the sanding properly. Then on this side, additional elements. So a cabinet is coming here. This is our office. So my boss decided he'll have his office on the terrace. So you come in here and this desk will be here, and his the backside cabinet stands here. So that's why you're seeing the plinth starting from that end to that end. It's because we have a curtain running all the way to that side. So this cabinet will just be from here to there. And basically there are like 3 compartments. One compartment on the left, one compartment on the right, and the middle compartment that carries the CCTV, TV or whatever TV. Then probably if he decides, we can have maybe study desk for the kids around, but that depends. So this is the rooftop. Another thing, I will just remind people, because we are still having a site that is continuing, APP is very key. I've done a site where APP has not been done, and the client kept quiet, kept on reminding them, they kept quiet until the last whatever. People are lucky when you're in Mombasa, it doesn't rain so much, but these days Mombasa is actually pouring day in, day night. It's even worse. So this APP, very key. In a chomwa, it's burnt by gas on the floor. And again, after this, we have a little bit of a screeding around, and all this is to waterproof the other areas. If not done properly, when it's pouring, especially for guys who are in the rainy areas like Kisii, Western, Central, in Nairobi, it can be a very bad whatever. So doing this right and also getting the channels for the water out is very important. So he's starting to do the screeding. Once we do the screeding, we'll do our tiling nicely, and if possible, do tile in such a way to have our almost close to 0 joint, so that our leakages are very less. Then take care of the drains properly so that we don't have cases. So guys, this is Kith and Kith Interiors. We are dedicated to show you the step by step as we start our journeys for the projects, so that you can, at times we are so many in the industry doing so many things, and because things are happening, even there are people who just take our videos and put it online and say we do it. It is good to monitor and know. This guy started this project at this particular point. He's showing me when he's at the middle stage. He's now showing me when it's at the end of the whatever. He's now handed over the site. Even there are times we take videos before the furniture or before furnishing. Then we also come back and take videos after furnishing. That system will give you and will show you that this person is capable and can do it. So be aware of even people in the market who are lying to clients, taking their money, and then they disappear or their phones get disconnected just because probably he's been given money to start the project and then it is not their project. Monitor someone's project from the beginning to the end, and how long does those projects take. So it is key, and for that particular reason, let me not waste your time. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get our notification every time we are posting, and to subscribe to our social media pages at kthinteriorz, where style meets elegance.